Those of you who've watched before, and surprisingly it came up as copyright infringement, although with that background, I'm not quite sure how that infringed copyright. But when we get back up to the numbers we had before, we'll get going and hopefully get as much in as we can. I think I'm trademarked, yeah. Right, okay. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for coming back, all of you. What we're going to do is today's quiz is going to be a little bit different. We're going to get a bit more competitive this week. So KvA is the name of the quiz, and that stands for Kids versus Adults. So you're going to get competitive at home today. How it's going to work is this. I've got 4 rounds of 5 questions for children, and I've got 4 rounds of 5 questions for adults. So obviously it's nice and simply, the kids answer the kids' questions, the adults answer the adults' questions, and then at the end of it, at home, you'll be able to have a winner and see if it's kids beating adults or adults beating kids. So we'll get going on the first lot of questions. But before we start, I just want to say, and I'm pretty sure she's there, a great big happy birthday to Jess, who is going to be 11 on Monday. So Jess, great big happy birthday for you for then. Hopefully the weather's good and you can try and do something. Right, okay, we are going to start with the kids' questions. And these questions have been written by Logan. So Logan has sent them in, and he's got questions about Disney songs. So these are the kids' questions. So adults, you can just take a break. You can just start having a little think about what I might have for you, and we will get going. So kids' questions, Disney songs. Questions 1. What film is the song Sugar Rush from? So what Disney film is the song Sugar Rush from? Second question for kids. Which character sang Shiny in the film Moana? So which character sang Shiny in the film Moana? Question 3. What film is Let It Go from? So what film is Let It Go from? Remember, this is still the questions for kids. Question 4, you're going to need to listen really carefully to this one because I misread the question first time and was going to argue with Logan's answer, but I know he's right. So you need to finish this lyric. Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful... And what comes next? Say it again. Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful... Just put down what the next word is in that song. And final kids question. What song is Polo Loco from? So kids question 5. What song is Polo Loco from? Right, so we have had the kids musical questions. So we're now going to go on to the musical questions for adults. Not Disney, but what I'm going to do for adults, I'm going to give you the name of a song, and you are just going to need to tell me what musical that is from. Okay, so I'll give you a song. You just need to tell me what musical that is from. So first question for adults. What musical is Defying Gravity from? So what musical is Defying Gravity from? And second question, adults musicals. What musical did All That Jazz come from? So All That Jazz, what musical is that from? Question 3, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. What musical is that from? So what musical is Don't Cry for Me, Argentina from? Number 4, The Battle of Yorktown. So what musical is The Battle of Yorktown from? And final question for adults in your first round, Never Enough. What musical is the song Never Enough from? Miss Smile, just looking at your comments there, I think that's a little bit mean to be saying that. Wouldn't catch me saying that it's Mrs. Underhill's birthday next week at all. Just in case you're worrying, I am in a different part of school this week. The table is a little bit wobbly, so if it is shaken, we don't have an earthquake or anything like that. It's just that the table's a little bit unstable. Right, back to kids. So round 2 for kids, it is all about food. So kids' questions on food. Edam, cheddar, and Babybel. They are all what type of food? So Edam, cheddar, and Babybel, what type of food are they? Question number 2. What is the main school meal every Wednesday? So what type of meal can you have every Wednesday in school? Question 3. What colour is the packet for Walker's cheese and onion crisps? So what colour is the packet for Walker's cheese and onion crisps? Question number 4. What is the main ingredient of Cocoa Pops? So what is the main ingredient of Cocoa Pops? And final kids question on food. What do we call a drink that is lots of fruit or vegetables blitzed together? So what do we call a drink that is lots of fruits or vegetables blitzed together? Okay, while the kids finish off with their answers, we can go straight to the food questions for the adults. Obviously a little bit harder, but still 5 questions on food. What country does Emmental cheese come from? So which country does Emmental cheese come from? To give a bit of a clue, it's a European country. Okay. Question number 2. HP sauce is obviously the best sauce you can have, but what does HP stand for? So with HP sauce, what does the HP stand for? Question number 3. There is a famous food festival in Colchester for one specific food item. What is that food item? So a Colchester food festival for one particular type of food. What is that type of food? Question 4. What is the main ingredient of bean curd? What is the main ingredient of bean curd? And question 5. What liquid is used to make tempura batter? So what liquid is used to make tempura batter? Right, so that's the halfway point. What we're going to do for the interval a little bit this week is I want us to do a bit of voting in the comments. I want you to solve an argument that I know happens in lots of different places. And it's really simple. It doesn't matter if it's HP sauce, other brown sauce, or ketchup. Should all of those sauces be kept in the fridge or in the cupboard? So just in the comments, just put fridge if you think they should be kept in the fridge, and cupboard if you think they should be kept in the cupboard. Just going to have a couple minute break. So let's make sure you're putting in there. Good, that's the correct answer. So yeah, let's just make sure we're saying if you think that sauces should be kept either in the fridge or in the cupboard. That would be too cold, Kaz. Should be in the cupboard. God, not only is the quiz going to cause arguments in the houses tonight, then I absolutely think it's going to be this question about fridge or cupboard for different sources. But you don't want cold ketchup. You don't want to be putting cold ketchup on hot fish and chips. Good to see that we're dealing with the big intellectual debates of the day. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what we think is the correct answer. Quick whiz through the comments. And by total arbitrary decision, the answer is the cupboard, because that's what I think. Right, okay. Let's ignore that nonsense now. Let's go to some answers. We'll go through the kids rounds, the first two rounds for kids first. So, Disney songs, questions from Logan. So, I'm not sure, Logan, whether you automatically get 5 points or whether you get anything else. So, number one, what film does the song Sugar Rush come from? It comes from Wreck-It Ralph. Number two, the song Shiny from Moana is sung by a crab. Number three, Let It Go is from Frozen. Number four, Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Not craze, because that would be ain't no passing craze. And finally, in the first round, number five, the song Polo Loco, which I think means crazy chicken, is from the film Coco. So you've got Wreck-It Ralph, Crab, Frozen, Phrase, and Coco. We'll mark the second round of the kids' questions now. So this was the round all about food for the kids. Edam, cheddar, and Baby Bell are all types of cheese. The main school meal every Wednesday is a roast. Walker's cheese and onion crisps are in a green packet, whereas every other brand has cheese and onion in a blue packet. No, I've got that wrong, haven't I? Walker's cheese and onion crisps are in a blue packet. Sorry about that one, I've just realised what I did. The main ingredient of Cocoa Pops is rice, 65% rice. And what do you call a drink that is lots of fruit or vegetables blitzed together? That is a smoothie. So we've got cheese, roast, blue, rice, and smoothie. I'm going to quickly Google that because otherwise I'm going to get moaned at one way or the other. But whilst we do that, we're going to whiz through the adults' questions. So if you remember, the first round for that was musicals. And all you need to do is tell me what musical each of these songs were from. So Defying Gravity is from Wicked. All That Jazz is from Chicago. Whilst I'm trying to multitask and search up colours of crisp packets. Let's have a look. Yep, cheese and onion is blue. Don't Cry For Me, Argentina is from Evita. The Battle of Yorktown is from Hamilton. and Never Enough is from The Greatest Showman. So we've got Wicked, Chicago, Evita, Hamilton, and The Greatest Showman. Okay, food for adults. Which country does Emmental cheese come from? It comes from Switzerland. HP sauce. The HP stands for Houses of Parliament. When we finish, you can all rush off to your cupboard, not fridge. And if you've got some in there, you'll see that the picture on HP sauce is the Houses of Parliament. Colchester every year has an oyster festival. So Colchester has an oyster festival. The main ingredient of bean curd is tofu. And the liquid used in tempura batter, and there's two possible answers you can give here. It's either iced water or sparkling water. If you have just put water, that is not right, because it has to be iced water or sparkling water. So add up your scores for the first 2 rounds. When you put your scores in the comments today, can you either put a K if it's the kids or an A if it's the adults? Just so we can see how that's going in each different ones. Logan, HP sauce has been around for far, far, far longer than Harry Potter. Go on then, Tegan, put your score as well. Isabella taking a head start there. It does seem to be the kids taking a bit of a head start. However, in the last 2 rounds for adults, they are going to be questions that probably come from when you were children. So that might give you a bit of a chance to catch up. But I think at the moment, the kids do have it at the moment. Right. Okay. We're going to move on to the 3rd round, and it is all about films. So, kids' questions first of all again. What is written on the bottom of Woody's boot? So what is written on the bottom of Woody's boot? Question 2. Which of these is not one of the 7 dwarfs? So sleepy, smiley, bashful, and dopey. Which of these is not one of the 7 dwarfs? Sleepy, smiley, bashful, or dopey? Number 3. Who is the green monster in Monsters, Inc.? So who is the green monster in Monsters, Inc.? Now, because the kids are leading, to make it a bit fairer for the adults, you need to get his first name and his second name. So the green monster in Monsters, Inc., what's his name? But it must be the first name and second name. Question 4. In what film series would you find Darth Vader? So in what film series would you find Darth Vader? And final question on film. And I know it's a book as well, but to be quite honest, I realised I'd only written 4 questions instead of 5 and had to come up with one quickly. What type of animal is Aslan? So what type of animal is Aslan? Okay, film for the adults. Although not recent films anyway, probably films from when you were younger, which might help you catch up with the kids a little bit. In what film did Daniel wax on and then wax off? So in what film did Daniel wax on and then wax off? Second question. Which Australian actress starred in BMX Bandits in 1983? So it was her first ever film role. Which Australian actress starred in BMX Bandits in 1983? Question number 3. In what year was, sorry, I'll start that one again. In what year was E.T. released? So in what year was E.T. released? Okay. Question 4. Which actor played Indiana Jones's dad? So which actor played Indiana Jones's dad? And finally, in which film franchise would you find the character Ethan Hunt? So in what film franchise would you find the character Ethan Hunt? Right. Over to the kids, final round for kids, and it is all about kids TV. So, what is the name of the monkey that has featured in cartoons with both Diego and Dora? So what is the name of the monkey that has been in cartoons with both Diego and Dora? Question 2. What is the name of the inventor in Balamori? So what is the name of the inventor in Balamori? He's ever so clever, he's ever so clever and ever so arty. Question 3. What is the name of the teen footballer in the CBBC series? So what is the name of the teen footballer in the CBBC series? Question 4. What is the name of the green Teletubby? So what is the name of the green Teletubby? And final question. Don't forget this is TV, not you can't just say me. Who has a Saturday night takeaway? So who has a Saturday night takeaway? Right then. Kids TV for adults. So I want you to tell me who raced against these people. So, who raced against the gruesome twosome in the creepy coupe, Professor Pat Pending in the converter car, Red Max in the crimson hail baler, Penelope Pitstop in the compact pussycat, Sergeant Blast and Private Meekley in the Army Surplus Special, the Anthill Mob in the bulletproof bomb, Lazy Luke and Blubber Bear in the Arkansas Chuggabug, Peter Perfect in the Turbo Terrific, and Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth in the Buzzwagon. So which pair raced against all of those people? Or to put that question another way, when you were kids and you watched a TV series about people racing, who were the baddies? Question number 2. What school did Zamo go to? What school did Zamo go to? Question 3. The character Duncan appeared in the first series of Biker Grove. The character PJ appeared in the second series of Biker Grove. Who played PJ? So Duncan appeared in the first series, Biker Grove. PJ appeared in the second series. Who played the character PJ? Right, question 4. Going to give the adults an extra question here to see if they can catch up. So question 4, I was only going to give half a point for each one, but I'm going to give a whole point for each one now. So question 4A, where did He-Man live? And question 4, where did Skeletor live? You cannot say Eternia because that was the land. I want to know the exact house that they lived in. So where did He-Man live and where did Skeletor live? And question 5. What is the name of Sabrina the Teenage Witch's cat? So what is the name of Sabrina the Teenage Witch's cat? Right, whilst the adults are racking their brains for that, we are going to go to the kids' questions to mark their answers. So kids, we're going to go to the film round. Woody had the word Andy written on the sole of his boot. Smiley isn't one of the 7 dwarfs. Remember this one, I was going to be really tight and really mean. You have to give both names. The green monster in Monsters, Inc. is called Mike Wazowski. Spelling will give you on that one, but it is going to be the same. Tony might say she's too young, but I know that she's a little bit behind me, so I think she should have probably been watching the same things I was. Mike Wazowski is the name of the green monster in Monsters, Inc. Darth Vader appeared in the Star Wars film franchise, and Aslan was a lion. So the answers there for kids were Andy, Smiley, Mike Wazowski, Star Wars, and lion. Kids TV for the kids. The monkey that was in Diego and Dora is Boots. The inventor in Balamory was Archie. The footballer in the CBBC series is Jamie Johnson. The green Teletubby is Dipsy. And who has a Saturday night takeaway? It is Ant and Dec. So Kids TV round, we have got Boots, Archie, Jamie Johnson, Dipsy, and Ant and Dec. So, adults' answers here. Film round. In what film did Daniel wax on and wax off? That was the Karate Kid. Which Australian actress starred in BMX Bandits in 1983? That was Nicole Kidman. In what year was E.T. released? That was 1982. Indiana Jones's dad was played by Sean Connery in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And in what film franchise would you find Ethan Hunt? That is Mission Impossible. So we've got Karate Kid, Nicole Kidman, 1982, Sean Connery, and Mission Impossible. Okay, on to Kids TV. So who raced against that great big long list? That was Dick Dastardly and Muttley from Wacky Races. Which school did Zamo attend? He went to Grange Hill. Who played the character PJ in Biker Grove? That was Anthony McPartlin. So that's Ant from Ant and Dec. Two parts to this question, 1 mark for each. Where did He-Man live? He lived in Castle Grayskull. And Skeletor lived on Snake Mountain. So 1 point for Castle Grayskull and 1 point for Snake Mountain. And final answer of the quiz today was, what is the name of Sabrina the Teenage Witch's cat? And the cat is called Salem. So we've got Dick Dastardly and Muttley, Grange Hill, Ant from Ant and Dec, Castle Grayskull, Snake Mountain, and Salem. So only one thing to do. Let's have you totting up all of your answers. Get your totals. It will be out of, not sure whether I drew a squid today is a confession of what you've been doing for your work or a comment on how well or how badly you actually did in the quiz. But yeah, let's get your scores added up and let's have, for each household, let's have K and the score and A and the score so we can see who's going to have the bragging rights in their houses. Tegan, I'm not sure how you managed to score 39 out of 40, because there were only 20 kids' questions, or does that mean you were doing the adults ones as well? So we've got the Coleman's just won in the children there. Isabella narrowly lost in that one. Ooh, Jess, that's a bit mean, not even letting you win for your birthday. Well done, Kaylee. That's a really good score. Miss Smye, I think that probably shows that you have kind of grown up, that you scored more in the adults questions than the kids ones. And don't give me anything about it's because your niece watches all of those programs. Mrs. Underhill there showing no mercy. John and Kaz as well. Well done. Okay. Thought you were adding yours and Logan's scores together for a second, and Tegan as well. Nice, well done, Ruby. Good score. Right, what I'll do then, I'll just leave the chat going for a few more minutes, get you the chance to get the answers in, say bye to everybody and whatever. I will make sure I put all of the quiz questions up on the school website. In the remote learning section now, there is a quiz page. There's also a school trip page where you can go and visit lots of museums around the world and in this country. I'm going to say bye. I'm going to stop the stream in just a second because I've just had the little green light poke up on my battery level. So I'm going to say bye now. Thanks for joining in again. We've had quite a lot of people consistently in this week. Everyone take care during half term next week, and we'll see you all soon.